Why do people look rich or richer than you in particular? There are many reasons why we can think that, and that's what I want to discover today. In my opinion, they are one of the most reasons I would say we can generalize. And I would say often we find those people in our life or even online on social media, especially Instagram platforms where you can visually show yourself and present your life in the highlights. And that's, I think, what we're getting caught is the highlights. We are presenting ourselves in the highlights where we want to be the best version of ourselves. Why would we show negative, dramatic, depressive, and not joyful moments of our life that everyone can see us or even judge us? That's not what we want to present ourselves and bring to the other person. So that's a huge part in that. And that also goes along with what our perception of wealth looks like. Since we have thousands of views, Instagram portfolios and profiles that show us what the richness is, what do that type of people do, where their whole life. And that's something that we want to put upon us, I feel. Appearance matter. So we wanna appear a certain way, a certain aesthetic. And that could be totally different from what we were used to do, what we used to like to wear, but we just wanna fit in that aesthetic, what we think it is. Yeah, so be mindful that if you really wanna go through that roller coaster of buying clothes that you don't really like, you wanna feel good in your skin, wear what you love, wear what makes you feel good and energized and comfortable. The next thing is having financial issues. With the financial issue, I mean in particular debts. A lot of people who appear rich, they are often living paycheck to paycheck or are in debts. They even lend money from people that you wouldn't even know that they have money issues because they keep it hidden. Since they want to keep up that level of their everyday spending, maybe they used to have the option and being able to spend that money, but things can change and fluctuate as well. Might that be financial things, job opportunities that are going differently, and family situations. I already mentioned in the beginning, social media is something that we want to highlight our life. And I think that's actually a good thing. Social media can bring us together, we can share things worldwide, but it can give us also the feeling of not catching up, of being not good enough or not appear as wealthy as someone else. So just be a bit mindful of how you want to let the pictures, the people influence you. And if you think it's in a bad way, just unfollow them or delete the whole thing for a while, just to have not that pressure as well. Our everyday life is busy enough, I would say, for everyone. And that leads to the next one. You have the pressure to keeping up that image, being wealthy or appear wealthy and rich. So you have to go on holidays, you have to wear the newest shoes that are trending, and those things are so pressured upon you. Keeping up that wealth status, keeping up that richness. You have to go so many times on holidays per year, you have to go to a big gala, you have to have the newest shoes, trends. Those are things, especially material things, or even showcase what you have. And that goes also along with spending. When you want to appear rich, or the certain image most people have of richness is, I'm able to spend whatever I want, wherever I want, whatever. Time frame and money is not a problem. But for me personally, I come more and more to the conclusion that wealth is silence. You don't upon it on people. You rather invest and build your wealth in silence. And those kind of things are different. Maybe you feel like, oh, nothing changed, but you are investing in the future, and that might be a silent wealth compared to someone who always makes it appear in the outside with consumption and materialistic things. But there's another thing that needs to be addressed, and that is certain people are really just richer than you. They come from a different background, they have different resources available, so they have also maybe a different budget. And that needs to be addressed as well, I think, in my opinion. We can't always be like, oh, that person is spending so much, or why I can't achieve that. It's something that maybe they have a different foundation of where they grew up or what they're currently doing. But that doesn't mean just because you might come from a different background or have a different start that you can't build your wealth. But as I said, it might be a different wealth, a materialistic wealth. But so I encourage you to really think if you want to have that kind of rat race of richness or wealth. Have a think about what is really wealth to you. How would you like to define it? What would you like to do if you have all that money available? What would you do? Would you be still there? Would you move to another country? That's just maybe a question that you want to ask yourself to define your own wealth. And that helped me personally. Not also through the journey of minimalism, I accomplished that and come even more into my values and core decisions and achievements that I want to do in my life. When you have find that out, or you're going to find out you're on the journey, on the path on it, you will not distract yourself that much anymore from what people do, how certain things look like, what richness appears to you, because you define it for yourself. So there's no need to implement what they wanted. You find it for yourself. So that's, I think, why people sometimes just appear richer. As much as we know about our relatives, co-workers, we still don't really know what their goals are. So it could be that people have different priorities, or you have different priorities than other people. Maybe you prioritize to save for a certain amount, and that other person is just spending and has no goal and no priority at the moment. And that can maybe make the difference as well. Or, as I would like to say it for you, that you keep being encouraged in what are you doing. How did you find all these facts and words that we just had in our conversation? Did it make you think? Let me know also in the comments. I thank you very much for your attention, and we'll see us the next time. If you want to give a subscription, like, or as I said, comment your answer for my question down below of what is something that you regret spending money on just to be in a certain trend. Let me know, and we see us the next time. Thank you so much. Bye bye.